This news has Orlando Magic fans buzzing. Both Germany and Georgia have advanced to the quarterfinals of the EuroBasket tournament, with Franz Wagner leading the way for Germany and some important contributions from Tristan Silva. And for Georgia, Goga Bitadze has had his shining moments, including a huge block in their first knockout game against France. Yes, I said France. This was a huge, huge upset in the EuroBasket tournament. So major shout out here to Georgia for being able to knock France out of the tournament, and congratulations to our guys for advancing to the next round. We're going to get into their next matchups here on Magic Digest in just a few, but first I want to welcome you guys back to the channel. I'm your host, Sam Rodriguez, and I just want to thank you guys for rocking with me so far this offseason, especially as I get used to living life here in Orlando, Florida. I'm living here for about 2 months now, so still getting used to it and getting my legs under me as I record these YouTube videos for you guys. So thank you again. And if you guys are new here, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We want to change this 67.5% of you non-subscribers into subscribers, because we are trying to build something here at Magic Digest. We're trying to build this community up, and I need all of you to do it. So let's keep building, y'all. All right. I hope you guys all had a great weekend. I know there was a ton going on sports-wise. College football started. NFL Sunday was yesterday. We had about a zillion TVs going on in here yesterday, trying to get as many games on the screen as possible. We have a lot of different fandoms going on here in my family. As for me, I'm a New York Jets fan. I'm originally from New York. I don't know if I shared that on this channel, but I'm a Jets fan, and tough loss for us, but Justin Fields looked pretty legit, so I'm excited to see what he does this season. But the Basketball Hall of Fame inductions were also this weekend, so I just wanted to take some time here on Magic Digest and make sure we showed some love to Magic legend Dwight Howard. Now, for those of you watching that are maybe a little younger, maybe didn't watch Dwight as much, especially in his prime, I think people often forget how dominant he was. So just for reference, I'm gonna run through his resume pretty quickly for you guys, at least some highlights. He spent 8 years with the Orlando Magic, and he's the team's all-time leader in points, rebounds, block shots, free throws made, and minutes played. He was on the last Magic team that went to the NBA Finals. That was in 2009, where they ultimately lost to the Lakers, but you know, Kobe, so it's okay. Let's see. He was the first player in NBA history, this is actually my favorite accolade, to win the Defensive Player of the Year award in 3 consecutive seasons. I don't know if anybody realizes how crazy that is. But one of the accolades that was left off Dwight's resume was not being named to that 75th anniversary team. And as he should, he definitely feels a little slighted. Stan Van Gundy agrees that he should have absolutely been named to this team. And I mention him because Stan was his coach those 8 years in Orlando. Those two actually had a really nice moment during Dwight's speech. But Dwight actually said to go in the Hall of Fame twice in the same year, and he's referring to also being inducted for the Redeem team. It's like God said, I'm gonna double pound you with a blessing. So I'm really happy to hear Dwight's positive outlook on being inducted into the Hall of Fame. I mean, forget the 75th anniversary team. He should obviously be on it, but everybody with a basketball brain knows that. Magic fans, I know, were feeling super proud. This is a super amazing moment for Dwight and for his career to be remembered in this way. So again, just wanted to take some time and congratulate Dwight on this huge honor. I also have to shout out Carmelo Anthony. I'm a huge Carmelo Anthony fan. Again, I'm from New York. An amazing speech from Carmelo. If you haven't seen it, then go watch the highlights. And I say the highlights because it's a pretty long speech. But my favorite part was when he gave Puerto Rico a huge shout out, which obviously really means a lot to me. It was just everything. So after this video, I implore you to go watch the highlights of Melo's speech, and I double implore you to go watch some Dwight Howard highlights just to get an idea of how incredible these two players are. So really amazing ceremony. But all right. Let's get out of the past. Let's move into the present. Let's start with Georgia's upset over France in the round of 16. We are now in the single elimination game round of EuroBasket. Okay. I don't don't think France was expected to go all of the way in this tournament. Um, France is missing some pretty notable players, I will add. Gobert and Wembanyama elected not to play this summer, but they still have a lot of NBA level players, especially in comparison to Georgia. Gershon Yabusele plays for France, Bilal Koulibaly, Zachary Risache. So this was definitely an upset. And as for Goga, he's had quite the up and down um, tournament. And if you've been following along, then you know that how he's been performing. But drop a comment below. Let me know if you've been watching EuroBasket, if you like what you see from Goga, and more importantly, what you expect to see from him in this upcoming season. Like I said, as I've mentioned here on Magic Digest, Goga's been working on his 3-point shot and hopefully working on some of his emotional outbursts. I know that's kind of become part of his reputation. And unfortunately, this was not the game that we saw those practices on display. Goga really struggled in this game to get involved in the offense. He struggled with his emotional outbursts. He took this 1-3, the only 3 that he took in the game, that was blocked. And I think his frustrations definitely started to boil over. I mean, how could they not? You know, he's on the biggest stage for him personally. In a single elimination game, he obviously wants to contribute. But at some point, he kicked to the stanchion. He ripped his jersey off in anger during one of the timeouts. Granted, he only had 2 fouls this game. So as long as he's available and not being kicked out of the game, that's what matters most. And here's some positive news. What seems to be a trend for him in this tournament, Goga came up with some pretty important plays down the stretch. An assist to his teammate Shingalia for 3, who was an absolute beast, by the way. He finished with 24 points, shooting 70% from the field. That 3 assisted by Goga put Georgia up 3 with around 2 minutes left in the game. And then back to Goga. He had a huge block under the basket about a minute later. He finished with 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists, right? Not really a great game on the stat sheet per se, but he was a plus 15 in the 25 minutes that he played. Point made basketball here, referencing the great defense that Goga played. Again, he stayed in the game. He had some big plays in crunch time, and he'll have an opportunity to rebound from that offensive performance, at least on Wednesday against Finland. That will be at 10 a.m. East Coast time. Finland actually beat Serbia. That's Jokic's team in the first round. So another huge upset there. So it'll be really cool to see these two teams with these huge upsets play against each other. I think Lauri Markkanen is the only NBA player on that Finland team. So given that these two rosters seem to be matched up pretty well, I'm not gonna say that I know a bunch about all of the players on either roster. Like I said, I know Shingalia is incredible. I know Goga is killing it. So I'm really excited to see this game. But more importantly, this was Georgia's first quarterfinals appearance in the program's history. You can see the Magic congratulating Goga there, and he looks so excited. So this is a really cool moment for them. Like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing how Goga plays in this game. And as much as I love to see him working on his 3-point shooting, we are now in the win to survive mode. So I really just want to see Goga playing to his strengths, right? So we're gonna move on to bronze. Germany beat Portugal in the first round, 85-58. But that does not at all tell the story of this game, and you can see the stats here. But the thing that's not here is what happened in the fourth quarter. So this game was actually tied 52-51 going into the fourth quarter. It was 52-51 going into the fourth quarter, and Germany ended up beating Portugal 85-58. So that means Germany outscored Portugal 33-7 in that fourth quarter, which is just insane. I don't even know what happened. I think Portugal just became overwhelmed as Germany started clicking. Let's see who's even on this Portugal team that I recognize. Nemes Kita from the Celtics is the only name that I recognize from the NBA. So Germany really should not have been struggling with this Portugal team, but that three-point shot was not falling, as you can see for either team. But Germany went 10 for 36 from three. Franz was 0 for 4 himself. Not really super efficient. He went 4 for 11, but he finished with 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. Listen, he was due for a not so efficient game. He's been a monster in this tournament. You can see his stats throughout the tournament. Tristan da Silva, on the other hand, was perfect from the field, including 3 made threes, always an encouraging sign. As we've discussed here before, Tristan is only a second-year player and was thrown into the fire last season. You can see his stats from last season there. But yeah, he was kind of thrown into the fire, given all of the injuries to Franz, to Paolo, to Jalen Suggs. So Tristan stepped in. But obviously, we're all keeping an eye on that three-point shooting. Would love to see him come off the bench this upcoming season and just be able to knock down threes like he did in this game. So hopefully this tournament is an opportunity for Tristan to continue developing his game for the Magic. So with that win, Germany goes on to play Slovenia against Luka Doncic. The bright side here is that Luka is the only NBA player on the Slovenian team. The bad news is that he's still Luka Doncic, a great player, a great competitor. So get this. He shot 11 threes in Slovenia's last game against Italy. He made 5 of them. He shot 16 free throws, made all but one. He finished with 42 points, 10 rebounds. So, yeah, I don't really care who's on the team. I don't care that Germany is perfect in this tournament so far. When Luka is out there, you have to show respect, and he's going to be quite the challenge to guard. He's averaging a tournament high of 34 points a game. So in addition to try and keeping him contained, Germany cannot shoot 28% from three again. And you can see Luka's stats up here. My favorite is the shot chart. He was absolutely everywhere, absolutely dominant. He's kind of a one-man show out there, where Germany is the talent is a bit more dispersed. It's more of a team game. So this is going to be a good one. I still have my money on Germany, of course, but like I said, they cannot shoot that poorly from three again. So that game is also going to be on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. What is the takeaway for the Magic players here? Well, not the best games in this tournament. In fact, some of the worst games we've seen from them. But the takeaway is that the competition is getting tougher and tougher as we get deeper into this EuroBasket tournament. And for a team that is trying to contend for a title this season, they're going to see a similar pattern as they get deeper in the playoffs. So this is a good test for Franz and for Tristan and for Goga to see how they respond when the going gets tough. So make sure that y'all are tuned in if you can to Wednesday's games. I'll be back then, hopefully to tell you that Germany and Georgia advanced. Remember to turn on your notifications, hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you guys all next video.